like, God, if this man's not for me, let him leave, release that. And God's like, bet, he out. Next thing you know, like, he ended up moving across the country, and you're like, but I think intuition starts off very quiet, but the longer you take to listen to your intuition and act on it, it's gonna get loud and it's gonna scream and it's gonna be like, you need to let this go right now. If you're a girly that loves to love and is learning to heal, this just might be the space for you. Hey guys, my name is Cassidy Janae, your favorite photographer, author, and mama. Today we're discussing how to accept closed doors. This is a thing that I've had a hard time initially grasping because I just wanted to hold on to those things that I was like, no, don't go. But you have to realize not everything is meant for you and not everything is meant to stay in your life. I can go so deep into this topic in other videos, but the initial message I want you guys to hear today is trusting the process and trusting timing. I'm really big on trusting God's timing for my life and the things that are aligned for me. And this is the thing, when you try to go against God's timing, He is going to humble you so quick and be like, yeah, no, we're not doing that. So get it together, girl, get it together, because that's not what we're doing. I realized when I tried to force things to stay in my life, I was put through hell and back. Okay, let me just say hell and back. When I tried to keep things in my life that are not aligned for me, God's gonna make it known that's not sent from me. That's not me. That's all you trying to keep that in your life. And I'm like, you know what? You're right. You are right. I talk a lot about love and romantic relationships and dynamics and just anything in life as well when it comes to alignment and releasing. But in particular, I'll probably be talking more so along the lines of romantic relationships, but you can apply this to literally any situation in your life. But you will know when someone is not for you. Your spirit will know. You won't even have to think too much into it. And this is where I like to talk about learning how to discern spirits and energies that are for you and that are not for you. A lot of people aren't tapped in to their intuition enough to know how to detect spirits that are potentially harmful to their own. And a lot of people, when they don't know how to tap into that intuition, they continue to stay into the cycle of this is not for me, but they don't know it's not for them because they don't know what to release. For me, when I would be dating some people, you know that prayer when you're like, God, if this man's not for me, let him leave, release that. And God's like, bet, he out. Next thing you know, like, he ended up moving across the country, and you're like, God, I knew I said to release this man from my life, but like, I didn't mean like that quick. Like, we aren't prepared when we say that prayer up. God is going to respond and he is going to release that thing, that person right out of your life. Don't say that prayer if you're not prepared for it to happen like with a snap of a finger, because he is going to let that person go immediately. That was my thing when I would go into relationships or dating people. I would pray, Lord, please let me know if this person is for me, if this person's aligned for my life. And it would never be and I would ask for signs and confirmation, but it would never be those tangible, physically evident signs that this is not a good person, this person is not for me. And they didn't necessarily have to be a bad person, but just their purpose and my purpose just didn't mesh, and we just weren't right for each other. And the way for me, and it might be different for everybody when you learn to discern and when you learn to listen to your intuition, for me personally, when I am able to detect if someone is for me or not for me, my spirit immediately speaks. I get anxious. I get kind of like, I don't know how to really explain it. Like, it's something you have to feel to know. But if you're someone like me that's really tapped in to their self, to their intuition, and discerning energies and spirits that don't work with yours, you're gonna know. And the biggest thing for me is I wouldn't feel settled in that space with that person. Being around them, I might feel on edge, I might feel antsy, I just might feel in my head a lot, and I'm like, ooh, this is not how I want to feel with my person. And I know with my person, I wouldn't feel so on edge. Like, I want to feel calm, I want to feel peace, I want to feel just safe and seen with whoever that person is. And I realized when I look back on people that I've dated, that safety, that peace, that calm was not there. Initially, it might have been, but as time went on, it started to fade away. It was never a consistent space of safety, emotionally, physically, spiritually. Like, it was not, I just didn't feel that in my spirit. And that's how I knew, yeah, you're not it. So you have to go. And I know I'm saying, like, yeah, you gotta go, but I didn't let them go immediately. It took a minute, and I think I would talk myself out of my own intuition. Woman's intuition never lies, okay? And I will talk a lot about intuition and femininity and tapping into that with your feminine energy and how we're very intuitive people. And the more you learn to tap into that, oh girl, people can't even try you. You're gonna be like, detected, no, leave, bye. I had to learn to stop ignoring my own intuition. And once I did that, I was easily able to start to learn to trust myself when people fit my life and when they didn't. And this can go for friendships, it can go for romantic relationships, it can go for even job opportunities. It really is a broad thing when it comes to discerning and intuition. So, but like, just for the sake of this conversation, I'm talking about romantic relationships. The best way I can tell you to learn to tap into your intuition and to be able to know when it's time to let something go is you have to ask yourself, how does my body feel? And I'm really about listening to your body, and your body will tell you before your mind does. And a lot of the times we try to ignore it and play it off as something else when it really isn't. And for me, my body just feels tense. I don't feel light on my feet. I just feel, for me, they say, like, intuition is quiet, anxiety is loud, but I think intuition starts off very quiet, but the longer you take to listen to your intuition and act on it, it's gonna get loud and it's gonna scream and it's gonna be like, you need to let this go right now. You're gonna know when you need to let that go. And we try to gaslight our own selves when it comes to releasing things, and we try to play it off as something else when it really is what it is. And the best way also to know when it's time to release something is to get a grasp on your needs, your wants, your standards, what you want out of life, what you want out of a person. And don't try to force it to fit. Don't try to force somebody to fit into your life and into your life's path if that's not what it is. We can be different from our partners, but there's a difference of being different in a good way and being different where you're going to go this way and they're going to go that way, and the purpose that God has for you and the way he's aligning your life and the gifts that you have, it's not going to work. You're always going to feel like a magnet, the opposite sides of a magnet trying to fit, and you're just not going to fit. That will really throw you off course more than we think. We think with time it's just gonna work out, like they're gonna be this person and that person. We can't. Ladies, my loves, hold on to potential. That will literally have you through the ringer. It will hold you back. And there's a difference with sitting and waiting on somebody's potential versus somebody who has that potential, but they're actively working towards doing things, towards getting to where they have to go, towards seeing action in their steps to where they want to go in life. Because you can talk all the talk, but if you're not talking and doing at the same time, you can do that over there. You can't let yourself stay stuck because someone else doesn't know their own light and the way that their light can shine. Because why are you dimming yourself for someone who doesn't even recognize their own potential and their own value? That is going to hold you back, babe. Like, that really is. And you have to learn to recognize your own value and the purpose that you're supposed to walk in before you can start looking at somebody else's. And you can't dim your fire for anybody else. Like, that is my biggest thing. Do not dim yourself for somebody else, because you will stay stuck. On this idea of releasing, you have to tap into yourself, and that's where doing the inner child work, the inner healing, the self-reflection comes in. And it might not be fun, it might be messy, you might cry. It is okay. That is the process of healing. It's shedding the things that our hearts, our spirit, our soul is supposed to shed to get us to the point of being the best version of us, being the version that we have been called to in this life. And the more you align yourself with your purpose, the quicker and the more flow of a state that you're gonna align with everything that's meant for you. You're gonna start aligning with that love life you want. You're gonna start aligning with that career, that job you want, that lifestyle you want. The more you understand what you've been called to do, the easier it's gonna be to release everything that is not for you. I just want you to leave with this knowing you don't have to force what's for you, because what's for you is going to work out and it's going to stay. And is what's for you is going to happen in the perfect timing that it's supposed to happen in. You don't have to have it any sooner or any later. It is going to happen exactly when it is meant to happen at the right time. And it might be in unexpected timing, but focus on your purpose, focus on releasing, and focus on aligning yourself with the things that you know you want for yourself. Before I let you guys go, I just wanted to make it known that my book, For the Lover Girls, is available for purchase. It has to do with this entire topic of releasing, self-love, purpose, understanding what's meant for you, what's not meant for you. It is a collection of poems from the soul that I've written on my healing journey that really mean a lot and that really resonate. So For the Lover Girls is available for purchase. And there is the poems in here. Like I said, there are guided journaling prompts in here as well, with guided questions to help you just tap deeper into yourself and doing some shadow work as you read through this book. And there's affirmations in here. So my website will be down below in the description box. It's just tothe-girls-that-need-it.com. And I will also link my Instagram, where you can stay updated with all the things regarding me, my book, anything having to do with writing. And yeah, so thank you guys so much for tuning in, and I hope that this video resonated with the right people. So it is your girl Cassidy Janae. Until next time.